May it please, my lord. My lord, I appear for all the applicants. There are 5 applicants, my lord. We are seeking anticipatory bail. My lord, the memo of party states it and bail, my lord. Yes, my lord. Because I believe, my lord, the case itself is so frivolous, my lord, that I did not need different counsels for the different applicants, my lord. If my lord may just grant me, my lord, 1 minute's time, I'll just give a brief, my lord, background of the whole situation. My lord, 2000 petitioner number 1 gets in touch with the son of the complainant. It is pertinent to note here, my lord, the complainant herself is just the proprietor on record. It is her son with whom she actually used to do with whom petitioner number 1 used to do business. Now, my lord, what happened was she used to buy goods from him and she used to sell it in the market, my lord. Now, this thing, my lord, went on for about 3 years. After 3 years, she suffers a lot of losses. I have given in detail as to how my client suffers losses because of the son of the complainant, my lord, and because of that, my lord, a civil dispute arises. He says you have to give me about 25-26 lakh rupees, and I say I owe you nothing because you have, because of breach of our agreed terms of business, I have suffered loss, because of which I am not liable to pay you anything. My lord, they go and file a, my lord, criminal complaint against us. Apart from that, my lord, even if for a second it may be considered that yes, this civil dispute also has a criminal angle, my lord, one aspect is, of course, I am not asking for discharge, I am only asking for anticipatory bail. But more importantly, my lord, may kindly for a moment, I have given the details, my lord. My lord, they took some, my lord, the FIR was registered back in February 2020, my lord. The complaint was given in January 2020. My lord, yes, my lord, yes, my lord, the IO has been calling me to join investigation. My difficulty is, my lord, for 8-9 months they do nothing. All of a sudden, my lord, they are calling me again and again, and they are saying it's a serious case, you must join investigation, and we don't know, the allegations are serious. The difficulty, my lord, is I go before them, but without any protection of this learned court, my lord, I face difficulty. But my lord, I'll just take, my lord, 20 more seconds to apprise my lord of something else as well, my lord. My lord, anyways, already certain checks were given by one of the applicants to, my lord, the complainant's son. Those were, my lord, presented, they were dishonored, and, my lord, the requisite proceedings for prosecution under section 138 of the Negotiable Instruments Act is already, my lord, been instituted. One, my lord, civil nature. The other is I gave checks as security. I have, my lord, filed documents on the record to show how they have used checks which were taken in 2017 as security in the year 2020, my lord. They have taken in 2017, they present it in 2020, they get it dishonored, and then they file these check bounces cases, not just against the person in whose name the checks were given, but also the other co-accused persons. My lord, the complainant in her own FIR, in her own complaint, my lord, herself states that although I have given this complaint against all these people, the actual person, the perpetrator, is petitioner number 1. My lord, if my lord has the FIR, in the FIR itself, at, my lord, page number 2 of the FIR, it is written, it has been disclosed to us that accused that although all business dealings were carried on in the proprietor, is petition number 5, entire business was being carried on and taken care of for all intents and purposes by. My lord, I don't have a copy of the status report which has been filed, but I don't need it, my lord. It is just one paragraph. My lord, I don't even care, my lord. I know, my lord knows what is the kind of reply that they will tender. Serious allegations, custodial interrogation, jani hai, they themselves are saying. And my lord, I ask myself, in a business transaction where complaints are there, where documents are there, what kind of custodial interrogation is required of any of the accused persons, my lord? My lord, may also grant me, my lord, 2 more minutes. I will just, my lord, take my lord through some of the other aspects. My lord may, for a few moments, my lord may bear with me and with me go through the FIR, my lord. The genesis of the entire case, my lord, is the FIR. I've also filed, my lord, their complaint under section 138 Negotiable Instruments Act. The supporting documents that they have filed, I've annexed that also. My lord may at page number 15 of my bail application have the FIR once, my lord. I will take my lord through just a few lines. Yes, my lord. The FIR, my lord, the first page itself, my lord, about 8 to 10 lines, my lord, from the bottom. Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord. At page number 2, my lord, number 8, that at the inception of the business dealing with them, my lord has that. Yes, that at the inception of business dealing with them, accused persons portrayed and behaved in a way to express / show themselves to be good, professional and trustworthy business persons, in as much as they not only purchased handsome quantity of goods from our firm, but they were, my lord, they were also prompt and regular in making payments to us for the goods being purchased by them from our firm on credit basis. Now, my lord, they themselves are saying that throughout the business, at least for the starting part, I was purchasing large quantities and I was making all good payments. Now, of course, their statement says that this was done in order to build our trust. My lord. My lord. My lord. My lord. Yes, my lord. My lord is very right. My lord is very right. My lord may just give me 30 seconds on this. I will show, my lord, as a matter of record, I am not making submissions. My lord, one aspect is, of course, my lord has very rightly stated that Sale of Goods Act, Contract Act, the, my lord, civil dispute, my lord, statute is invoked. But apart from that, my lord, even if for a moment, my lord, I am not saying that in criminal law you can never invoke anything if there were commercial transactions in the past in between the parties. But my lord, what is relevant over here is, my lord, this is, my lord, an 83-page bail application that I have filed, my lord. Almost 30 or 40 pages in this are bank payments made by me to them, my lord. If my lord browses down, my lord, approximate from page number, my lord, 44 right up till page number 44 to 76, my lord. These are all, my lord, highlighted portions of bank. These are my bank statements, my lord, the bank statements of the applicants, my lord, in which I have highlighted the relevant portions where, my lord, I have made payments to the complainant's proprietorship. My lord is running it. It is in the name of Mr. My lord. But as I have pointed, I will point out, my lord, in the FIR itself at page number 3 of the FIR, they themselves say that though the proprietorship was running in the name of, but was the actual person who was doing everything in the business. If my lord may have the, yes, the allegations against the remaining 3 are that petitioner number 2, 3 and 4 are the father, mother and sister of accused number 1, and that they were also in on the conspiracy. Any document, any statement, nothing is there on the record, my lord. They just say that these people, they were influencing the situation, which is, and my lord, this is also pertinent to mention that in the complaint under section 138 Negotiable Instruments Act, which has been filed against, my lord, petitioner number 1 and petitioner number 5, in that complaint, my lord, the other 3 petitioners were not made accused persons in the 138 complaint, my lord. They implead all 5 persons as accused persons in the criminal complaint. They filed check bounce cases, or not just against who had issued the checks, but also against, my lord. And even in that, my lord, they do not implead the rest of the three. They just merely make a mention in the complaint that yes, these three people were also there who were also part of the transactions. My lord, nothing is being shown anywhere at all. And my lord, one thing that if I may, if I will forget before, because there are so many other things, my lord. One thing which is very, very important, my lord. Even if for a moment we consider that we cannot keep criminal law completely out of the ambit of civil disputes, my lord, one aspect is all these statements that I have shown, my lord, they total up to, my lord, payments of approximately rupees 72 lakhs that I have made, that the petitioners have over the years, over the past 3 years of doing business, have made to the complainants firm, my lord. The dispute as to them, as per them, my lord, which of course we are disputing, we are saying that we don't owe you any money because you did not cheat us, but there were breach of certain terms that were agreed upon between the parties. They themselves say, my lord, approximately 24 lakhs rupees has to be recovered from us. My lord, we have made payments of over 72 lakh rupees over the past 3 years. Now they come and say that 25 lakh rupees, you have paid us 75 lakh rupees, but you wanted to cheat us, my lord. You wanted to cheat us of 24 lakh rupees. That is why you made us payments of 75 lakh rupees, my lord. Amish Agarwal, my lord, for all five. We'll join investigation, my lord. I am highly grateful, my lord. Highly grateful, my lord. I am highly grateful, my lord. I am highly grateful.